as does happen sometimes, my real life got a hold of me this weekend, and I wouldn't have had a chance to record this until after 4 on Sunday. So, first off, let me apologize for not keeping my word on there being something over the weekend. I just simply couldn't. So I wanted to give you some content starting off right away Monday, a little earlier than I've been able to lately. And we have lots and lots of Caitriona. So those of you who enjoy Caitriona, this is the video for you. Let's get started with this set of really fantastic pictures shared by Balfe Nation. A flawless Caitriona ready for the red carpet, Toronto on Thursday, September 5th, ahead of the world premiere of The Cut. Caitriona stars in the film alongside Orlando Bloom and John Turturro, directed by Sean Ellis. Again, these names are just getting really familiar, but let's check these out. Lovely, of course. I think we did talk about a good portion of these. Now, occasionally these images that I'm sharing for the second time or so are repeats and cut or cropped or edited in some way. But I thought it's Caitriona. We'll take a look and see what we've got. That set right here, we've got some more with a little chat. Brilliantly, Balfe shares Caitriona being interviewed at the TIFF24 talking about her character Caitlin Harney at Caitriona Balfe. Video courtesy of Informa Press. Some hashtags there. Let's check and see what it is Caitriona has to say about the cat.
Do you think that the character has any similarities with your personality?
I think myself and Caitlin are quite different. I understood certain things about her. I mean, that's kind of what attracted me to playing her. She is someone who had a very difficult past, but she's also somebody who had done some work on trying to get herself through it. And I was interested in sort of that kind of part of, she was all processing a lot of her trauma, and that's why she was able to help Boxer in many ways, which I thought was very interesting.
Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy. Bye.
All right, that was a bit noisy, but basically, the interviewer is asking if there are any commonalities between Caitriona's personality and her character from The Cut. She does not really, but that she understood the character is trying to grow, is trying to improve themselves, and that's what she liked about the character, and a bit more. But it was really hard to hear over that. That's the best I've got. Hopefully, subtitles will take care of it. Sometimes it hears better than we can. Let's move on. Yeah, that's it. They're just fixing her hair. She's getting ready for day 2 of the festival. Day 2 glam underway for Caitriona Balfe and stylist Gareth Brommel at TIFF by Balfe Nation as well. Caitriona is in town for the premiere and screening of The Cut. She stars in the film alongside Orlando Bloom and John Turturro. Oh my gosh, brand new information. Directed by Sean Ellis. I know, I'm a smart aleck. Lots of ads there for everybody, and she looks very nice.
I have no idea, but this thing is...
Another just quick clip, everybody getting pictures of her in her outfit for day 2. I like this one, very casual, relaxed. I hope she enjoyed that one. And we get some of the finished product here for some posed images. Let's see what we've got. Of course, Getty Images gets credit for this. They actually looks like they took the photographs themselves, so go Getty. And she looks really fantastic. They all look fantastic. I really am getting more and more excited to see this, and I don't think I've been excited about any kind of boxing movie since Rocky, really. And I was, younger, much younger. Some great pictures here. She looks happy. She's smiling. She's listening. Having chats, answering questions. I'm sure this would be awesome to be able to go to one of these, we're hiding, one of these premieres and be like the first people who see him. I'm very jealous for those of you who've been doing this for years and years and been following Caitriona and know how to do that. That's the payoff for being dedicated for a decade. My payoff is talking to you guys and keeping up on what's going on. We're done with these. These were taken by, or were shared by Brilliantly Balfe. All this new Caitriona content is making me a very happy girl. Me too. At the Variety Studio on TIFF, Day 2, Friday, 6th September 2024. Yeah, everybody looks great. I'm not even gonna interrupt myself. We're just gonna keep going with some more images of Caitriona Balfe and Sean Ellis at the Variety and Deadline Studios during the Toronto International Film Festival 2024 on September 6th, 2024 in Toronto, Canada. This one is from Outlander Online. Photos by Michelle Quancy, Variety via Getty Images, and by Casey. Oh, Casey, that's my maiden name initials. Anyway, Armstrong, Deadline via Getty Images. And let's see. She's forever pulling up the cuffs on this. I think that would be the only irritating thing about the blouse and jacket. Not they fit, but you know what I mean? They're a little loose. So you'd be constantly trying to get yourself comfy, listening intently. We're having a lot of discussion. She looks very interested. I love that her excitement doesn't seem to have changed. I'm sorry if we are getting some repeats on here, but any bit of cat, totally worth it, right? So let's see. Next we have more chatting. This one shared by Brilliantly Balfe, Caitriona talking about her character Caitlin Harney's relationship with Orlando Bloom's boxer. Very insightful as always. Let's have a listen and find out for ourselves.
Yeah, you know, their relationship, I mean, this is what we sort of talked about from the very beginning, is that it had to be anchored in this real deep connection that they have. And I think they have an understanding of each other. They have a shared understanding of trauma, I think. And I think they're both at slightly different parts of their life in terms of where they are in processing that. You know, she can kind of see he's on this road to destruction, but, you know, with the tools that she has, she knows that he has to sort of follow that path to a certain extent. And in a way, she kind of, you know, she invites Boz into the process. So she's sort of complicit. But, you know, I think it's really their love and their connection.
I do like these insights we're getting about the characters, even though we haven't seen the movie yet. Some of us, anyway. But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be like a character study of literally different types of people. Could be, you know, maybe have some things in common. Nice.
Caitriona, you're heading toward wrapping up a big part of your life with Outlander. Where are we in season 8, and has it settled in yet that is coming to an end?
Where am I? I think we've about a month left to shoot. So I'm right about teetering close to the nervous breakdown stage.
Yeah, ready to get out the door.
No, it's like so wild. Like it's been 11 years. So I've literally seen everybody that I work with more than I've seen my family, anything else. You know, these people are who I spend every day with. So it's going to be so sad to say goodbye to everybody and not see them on a regular basis. And it's going to be so sad to say goodbye to this character that's completely changed my career and changed my life. But it's also an exciting time, you know. It's nice to sort of step into the unknown and see what the possibilities might be.
That was nice. They included a little bit just for us. Brilliantly Balfe shared that snippet from the Variety interview whereby Caitriona talks about wrapping up Outlander. She was, well, I've actually been watering this eye keeps watering for like a couple of days. Anyway, from Variety, the cut star Caitriona Balfe says there's about a month left to shoot of the Outlander season 8. Quoting, we just heard her. Great stuff. Oh, and you know what? There was never mind. I might have some links below to full interviews. You might want to check that below because I saw a couple. I don't think there's one on this one. Let me see. Yeah. But just really quick, wanted to throw that in. Also, I usually say this way at the end, but if you haven't already, give me a subscribe. Like this video if you've enjoyed it so far. I've still got like 1, 2, 3, 4 things more to share. So we're not done yet. And if you want to help me, I'm going to start doing a little thing where I have a little bar that shows how much I've saved. I would like to save a $2,000 deposit for my vehicle before I put it down, hopefully around May next month. That's a whole nother thing. So yeah, subscribe, view. Don't forget to like. If you feel like give me a super thanks to give me a start on the savings officially beginning for my car, and we'll keep track of that. That's cool. Otherwise, let's just keep going. Oh, thank you for viewing so far. I lied, I have 3 more because that last one that I was going to share was just the same one that we just watched about it being the last bit of Outlander. So Outlander Online shares this one: portraits of Caitriona Balfe, John Turturro, Orlando Bloom, and Sean Ellis during Toronto International Film Festival at Intercontinental Toronto Centre on September 6, 2024 in Toronto, Ontario. Wow. That's a mouthful. Photo by Gareth Cottermole. Getty Images for IMDb. Anywho, hashtagging and some familiar stuff there. Lovely picture. I still cannot get over how much I feel like Orlando Bloom has looks different to me in his face. I'm not even talking about the build, or some people look taller or shorter to me than they actually are, and he's one of those people. But I feel like his face is very different, and I do think it's just because he doesn't have long hair framing it like I see him in most things. Caitriona, of course, I've said I really like this outfit for her. Again with the pointy shoes, but you know what? She pulls it off really well. And I don't know. Do models have no feeling in their toes after a while because of the shoes they have to wear? No bad comments about models. This is about the shoes. Great pictures, though. Really fun. I kind of dig that yellow chair they had. Love a good black and white image. She carries it off really well. Several of them here. She looks very serious, though. So I don't know if that's because of her character. I like this picture, too. This, oddly, even though she's just sort of standing there, it looks kind of playful with her at an angle. There we go. A little better. We got the thumbs in the pockets there, like a true country girl, at least around here. I'm in Indiana. We're not country girls, but we get called country girls because Indiana, we do corn like everywhere. She's laughing at my story. We have barns. In fact, I know I'm getting in trouble for talking, but I'm showing the pictures while I do it, so you can ignore me and watch her, or watch her and listen. Lovely picture. Again, looking very serious. But I knew somebody who, when we got off the airplane, very serious again, from Indiana to Louisiana, they expected us to be chewing on hay. We got off the airplane. Like, that's what we do in Indiana. That's just all we all do. Very thoughtful picture. I like this one. I may crop that one myself and use it as a thumbnail. I don't like to put the Getty Images things in the thumbnail, not because I don't want them to get credit, but because it doesn't make for a clean thumbnail. And I definitely want them to get credit when people come see the video. They get credit, and obviously all over the sources. Everybody gets credit. Good set of pictures. Just a couple here, it looks like. This one is shared by Brilliantly Balfe. Brilliantly Balfe. New Caitriona looking flawless for TIFF. The cut. Via Simone Otis Instagram. Okay. Which I'm still guessing are probably Getty Images that were edited down. So, lovely picture. That is an interesting dress. I don't have an opinion much on this one. It's not my favorite look ever for the weekend. I like the shirt and jeans, but I really did like that first dress. The black kind of sparkly one. That was pretty. And our last one for the day. Watch again. Yes, we're all going to watch it here together in a moment. This post is shared by Balfe Nation as well. Caitriona Balfe's performance as Caitlin Harney in The Cut is getting a warm reception. Listen in as she describes how she prepared for the role, boxing, training, and how she feels about the sport. Filmed during the Q&A following the September 6th screening, TIFF. I thought Balfe Nation also were the ones who asked this question, but I could be wrong. But there was a post about it, so it might have been this one, it might have been another one. And either way, looks like they were there. Let's check this out. I'm going to expand the video so we can get a full view. I'm hiding the Balfe Nation watermark with my head, but it's on accident. Balfe Nation. Okay, let's see.
Great. Yes, we had a question right there. Go ahead.
Okay, my question is also for Caitriona Balfe. It's intriguing to me that you have mentioned that you took this role without really having any idea what this world of boxing was like, and yet you were able to infiltrate a male-dominated world and portray toe-to-toe with John as Boz, a strong and believable character, but also the empathy that you showed both to the boxer and to Manny. How did you approach this world so that you could enter into that mindset to make it such a real character?
So, question for Caitriona: what was it like doing a role in this very male-dominated world?
Well, I was very fortunate to be introduced to an amazing female boxer. Give props to Ruth Raper, who boxed for Team GB amateur, and I started training with her. I mean, I don't box in the movie, but I fell in love with boxing. And I think that it sort of informed me, like I talked to her a lot about her experiences, and you know, I grew up watching boxing. Barry McGuigan is from Monaghan, where I'm from. He's a massive hero. So I knew a bit about the world, but I didn't understand anything about the process. And it's amazing how, well, first of all, how seductive it is. It's an incredibly seductive sport. You start doing it, and you get completely addicted to the focus that you need, just the physicality and mental just focus. It's just kind of not like anything else I've done before. But then you come to work and you get to play with these people, and you know, no matter what prep you can do, you just have to leave that at the door and then just organically be in the space and react and play, and that's what we love fun doing.
Great.
Good answer. That's really cool. She got actually into it, learning about it, got to meet somebody who was professional in the sport. And that's really neat. I think that's one of the coolest things about being an actor is that you get this chance to learn all of these new activities. Sometimes you find out you have a secret talent you didn't know you had. Yeah, and lots of education. Obviously, you have to learn skills so you can portray somebody who has these skills. Not that Caitriona went out and got a medical degree, but Sam learned how to run a printing press, and they all could ride horses. And yeah, I think that's one of the more fun parts, one of the more interesting aspects of being an actor is being able to try out all this stuff. Well, we've reached the end. What does that mean? That means that normally I would say something like subscribe, but we already did that. I do want to thank all my members. I have my scroll. I need to save it and put it out, and then I started making this video. So I will get that set for the next one. Until then, thank you to all of my members. Thank you everybody who has come and watched this video today. I hope you got something fun about Caitriona and her, her preparations to be a star at yet another film. I do see award nominations in her future, and I haven't even watched this. So you put that much passion into it, there's got to be something really good that comes out of it. I will, of course, have another video coming out in a day, tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. And there's going to be some stuff from you guys again. And then a lot from our other actors. I'm almost positive I have enough for 2 more videos, at least with the contents I have so far. That's what I get for being too busy over the weekend. So if you don't want to wait, don't forget, you can always check out any of the other videos here for Outlander and get some more content and, fill up your space. I am thinking about doing one about shows that I've been watching with time travel that you might enjoy. That may be a video in the future. But until then, don't forget, if you didn't get enough Outlander content, we've always got more here. Just check those thumbnails and titles and make sure you're picking an Outlander one. If not, you're going to get Star Trek or Supernatural or Doctor Who. Yeah, but whatever you choose, no matter what video you'd like to watch next from this channel, I'll see you there. Maybe. You're looking at it and it's completely frozen. This will be helpful. At the Variety Studio on TIFF Day, the Toronto International Film Festival at Intercontinental Toronto Centre. Sorry about that. Intercontinental Toronto Centre in September. All right, we'll just try this again. That may be a future in the video. That may be a future in the video.